Hello, Gia.
Hello, Keisha. I'm at the Tano now.
Yes, I am too. Welcome to the Tano, everybody.
Welcome to the Tano. We're going to be like, what was the Tano? Can anybody remind us?
I know, probably sooner rather than later, like next
Somebody will
year.
remind us.
Yeah.
Somebody will remind us. I don't know why we thought it was going to last forever. The Tano.
Yeah, it was a magical place. I guess it
It
couldn't
was.
last forever, could it?
It was a magical place and a magical time.
Yeah, yeah.
Time of
Uh,
Mike. Anyway, happy
mhm.
Monday to everyone out there.
Yeah, yeah. Who doesn't love a Monday?
I think you don't.
I hate Mondays.
Yeah, you're like Bob Geldof. Geldof?
Hmm.
Geldorf? Geldorf.
Yes, yes. Bob.
Bob. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, here we are.
did anything happen on hospital? You want to talk about the pit instead? I just caught up on the pit last night.
Yeah, The Pit is a fine medical drama. I'll say that.
Cyrus is still appearing,
Yeah,
so
that's
it is
true. Yeah,
related.
it
It's
is. That's
related.
true. You could tie it in that way. It also, I mean, anytime you watch a nighttime show, you realize how different the budget must be.
Right, yeah, to have that many people and the procedures and the realism and
And
yeah.
they all the different sets and everything. And
Yeah.
I mean, maybe part of the difference is that they're only making one show a week, versus 5, but
Right.
still
Yeah. Yeah.
seems like they have so much more staff and crew probably.
Yeah. But
You know?
that's why these soap folks they
So
work so much
impressive.
harder. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
impressive. It's more like seeing a play where you're like really having
Yeah.
to conjure up, use your
Mhm.
imagination even more.
Mhm. Yeah, it makes them seem sort of scrappy, the soap opera.
Right, right. The hard working, like every
Yeah.
man of the
Mhm.
actor
Yeah.
world.
People think it's just fluff, but seriously, these
It's
people are
harder. I think it's harder.
yeah, learning
I don't know.
lines every day. I mean,
Yeah.
and having to emote and remember lines. I mean, that's
Emote. I haven't emoted for a while myself. I might have to take something.
most people take things so they don't emote.
To stop the emoting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Anyway, so here we are,
Anywho,
Gia.
so here we are. And
Mhm.
did you want to? Last time you said you wished you had mentioned the No Kings rally upcoming.
Oh, right, right. How was your No Kings rally, Gia?
It was good. We of course had a late night the night before, and it wasn't early, but
Uh-huh,
anyway,
uh-huh.
it was like, okay, we're going, and the old man was reluctant. I was like, well,
Yeah,
why don't you just at least drop me off? And he was, so then
yeah,
that, he was suckered into going.
yeah, good
Um,
job. Mhm.
but it was good. It was a good turnout. It was literally just right down the road from us. And I
Mm.
didn't have a sign. I don't know why. I felt like I had to have lots of colored markers or something.
Mhm.
When I
Yeah.
got there, I was like, oh, I could have just written anything on a piece of cardboard and held it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I had a nice sign gifted to me by somebody,
Oh,
and
nice. That's nice.
yeah, so I
Mhm.
did have a sign, and so we were like at an intersection, and it stretched all the way down to the next light and beyond,
Mhm, mhm.
um, up and down both sides of the street, and lots of supportive honking.
Yeah, good,
Um,
good.
we did get flipped off 4 times just in
Okay.
the quick
Uh-huh.
time by passing cars, and we were like right next to like this mall turn-in area, and
Mhm.
and we were getting some looks, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
it's a little scary because I always think about, like if this car just suddenly decided to take out protesters, there we all
Mhm.
are, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Nobody did that, but
yeah.
I'm an anxious person, and these things are in my
Mhm.
mind.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I
But
know.
I felt good about being there. The old
Mhm.
man chatted with a nice, like much older man with a walker who had been a pilot, and they just got
Mhm.
deep into conversation, and
Mhm.
um, I don't know. I didn't make a lot of like friends or anything, but I felt it would just felt feels nice sometimes because this state sometimes feels like, oh, there's no hope, and it's like, oh,
Mhm.
there's
Mhm.
people out here that are upset about what's going on, and
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
How about you? I understand you ran into a mutual friend.
Yeah, Kate. Yep. Saw our
Yeah,
friend Kate.
like so
Yep.
funny. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw a few people that I knew, a few people that I'd seen from previous protests. But you mentioned the older vet, and that's the thing that I find very, very heartbreaking is you see these older people like in wheelchairs or with
Yep,
walkers, and they're
yep,
having to put in their fucking time to,
yep.
defend things that they've defended
They've
defended,
already defended and
you
thought we were
know?
done defending. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
God bless them for
I know.
bothering. Yeah, I
Yeah, and
know.
it was cold and it was windy, so it wasn't a very inviting, sort of day for that kind of thing either, but they were there doing their part,
We live
so
in opposite worlds because I was like, like, oh, I wished I'd had a hat because I was getting burned. And
and part of the reason I didn't bring a sign was because I knew how cold I would be trying to hold it up,
but to hold it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
but
um,
so, yeah, I think it's important to show up, that's the least we can
I,
do, I think.
I, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like it's like I got home and I was like, well, did we do anything? But at the very least, if we pissed him off, then
Mhm, mhm,
that makes
yeah.
me feel better. So,
Yeah, mhm.
and
So
just to see, like, oh, at one point, an ambulance went by, and the driver was a woman, and she was on over the loudspeaker. She said, "I just love you guys," and it was like, ah,
oh, that's nice. That's
yeah. And so and sometimes you make assumptions about like, oh, these
Mhm.
truck drivers, but we had supportive honking from truck drivers. It's like, okay, don't
Yeah,
just assume things based on appearances.
I know my friends and I were having that conversation about how hard it is to generalize who's gonna honk at you
Yeah.
positively, who's gonna give you the
Well, it's
finger.
easy to generalize, but
Yeah,
it's you get surprised sometimes, and so.
yeah, yeah. One thing
Um,
that I guess probably shouldn't have been surprising was a big, Poland Spring tanker truck drove by,
yeah.
and he gave us the thumbs down.
Uh,
So
that's
anybody out there who wants to maybe boycott one more thing, I would say
one more
at
thing.
Poland
Yeah,
Spring.
it's so hard to know. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I can't do
yeah.
anything. I'm boycotting everything now.
I mean, a lot of
Um,
us were already boycotting Poland Spring because they've been overdrawing water from this area
oh
more than
yeah,
they're supposed to during a drought, especially.
yeah. All right.
So they're raping the land.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Anyway.
we did our civic duty, and I
Mhm.
don't know what the next event is, but
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there if I can.
Hopefully it's a funeral for somebody. Anywho.
Anywho, just we're just
Yeah.
stating which we don't want to be too political, but it feels like you kind of have to be somewhat political right
You
now.
have to
So
stand for something, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, for anybody
Anyway,
who didn't wanna hear all that, we apologize.
we apologize, and now we'll give you our inane opinions about
Yeah.
General Hospital.
Yeah. Okay, so and a lot of this was sort of, the typical kinda stuff that you just wanna get through, you know?
Well, we just had such an exciting week that
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they can't keep that pace going,
Right,
so
right.
it's
Mhm.
understandable. But yeah, it was a little bit blah for a couple days, a little bit
Yeah.
filler.
Yeah, we had, the whole Chase, Brook Lynn, and the caseworker situation that covered both
Yeah.
days,
Wiley had a shining moment, and then they
He
repeated it.
did. He
Like,
did a pretty good job.
I thought he did a great job delivering
Yeah,
his little
yeah.
line.
I'm sure his real life parents were excited that that was the
Yeah,
line he got.
I didn't see it coming either. So
No,
that was
no.
I was like, oh, here comes Wiley. That'll be cute. They'll show how
Yeah,
good they are with
yeah,
kids.
uh-huh. But, like, overall, I mean, Olivia continues to disappoint. Like, even when it seemed like she and Michael were turning a corner, it was like, "Wait a minute now, you just basically told Michael what you thought, and it wasn't good," and
I know. I thought that was just bad writing,
it was
personally.
it was bad writing. There are a few moments where it was like, "What?" Like
Like, yeah, like, what? You just said this, and now you said that,
yeah,
and then and
yeah.
then it's like, oh, and then just the chance to make lasagna was all it took
Right,
to.
right, yeah, and I thought Michael was definitely the bigger person in that conversation when he dug deep and was like talking about Olivia's heart and how she's the biggest hearted
I
person. And,
know, when I
it's
felt
like,
like he should have just told her to stuff it, you know?
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure he should have let her get away with that.
I
Um,
know. I guess, yeah, I guess he was just being the bigger person, like you said, and,
mhm, yeah.
hoping to build a bridge, but, yeah, I would have been
Mhm.
like, that's her second go round. Like, what?
Yeah, and I still don't really think that that's, like, our Olivia. It kind of almost seemed like was all of this just so Wiley would say hooker in front of the caseworker?
Maybe, I mean,
You
sometimes
know?
it feels like they have to manipulate the plot like that just to
Yeah, yeah.
but, yeah, it's a shame because
Mhm,
Olivia could have some good storylines, but
mhm. Yeah.
they're just using her right now, and it
Mhm.
doesn't fit with the Olivia we've known.
No, I don't think it
Um,
does either. So, yeah, so that was all, I don't know, kind of frustrating and
what did you think of the interview with the social worker with Chase and Brooklyn?
well, that was
And you got to see Chase in the shower, like, did that I know you've been feeling a little down about Chase, I thought that might
it's gonna take a lot more than
help.
that, Gia.
A
That's that
longer
sort of
shower. Yeah.
gratuitous, sort of semi-nudity doesn't work on me.
Really? 'Cause it's it
Yeah. It worked on you?
would work on me, yeah. And I also found myself thinking that she was like, 20 minutes or was I think it was 20 minutes, right?
Mhm.
And I thought, "Who is this that needs longer than 20 minutes to for their grooming habits?" Like,
Yeah, especially a guy.
yeah, nobody around these parts takes longer than 20 minutes. So
I probably should take 20 minutes
yeah,
at least.
maybe that's a lesson to us, like,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
take longer than 20 minutes, maybe you'd actually look good. Um, and so I found that tiresome because I was like, really? Like, we're doing it just felt like that usual soap opera stuff, like, of course he would have known what time,
Yeah, yeah,
like, it just felt
right.
like stupid,
Mhm.
Brook Lynn's being all anxious and
Like some sort of suspense, like, "Oh my god, he's not gonna
yeah, like,
show up."
just building this false suspense. Yeah, and then they go down and, "Where's your husband?" And it's like,
Mhm.
"Oh my
Yeah.
god, he's still putting his pants on."
Yeah, yeah, and then I thought Chase seemed kinda smarmy, like, sorta over the top slick, you know?
Yeah, and all that insistence on officer, not
Yeah,
detective, and,
yeah, like,
was
I've got
weird,
nothing to hide. Yeah, that seemed kind of like
and does it matter that he knew her? Was that important?
I don't know, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if, like, any of the things they were sorta emphasizing were that important ultimately.
And I thought they came across as, not mentally ill, but, uh,
Broken, desperate, crazy, but no, not
those
mentally.
aren't really the right terms, please,
Hungry? They seem
Isha.
kind of hungry.
Yeah, just a little bit scary with that level of obsession, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Like more we were just saying talking about doing your civic duty, and it was like, "Yeah, you guys are a little bit
Extra.
like, yeah, a little extra, a little much." Like,
Mhm,
maybe like, knowing that the baby was gonna be taken away, or, that's the
mhm.
assumption.
Right, right.
Is this the right couple to put them with? Because they're gonna be
Yeah.
cray
Mm,
cray and have some, like, car
mhm.
chase scene at the end of this or something, or,
Yeah, yeah, they'll
um
disappear into some, like, hidden wing of the
yeah.
house, you know?
Yeah, like, maybe you should find some, like, regular couple, little bread and butter kinda thing where
Yeah.
they're used to fostering children and,
Right, right, yeah.
give them love and care, but aren't like, it isn't like the sun of the solar
Mhm.
system that,
Right, right.
it's got
Yeah.
to have this to it's like,
Mhm. Yeah.
Brooklyn has that look now all the time that, like,
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't like this turn of events for her character.
No, and I thought I mean, I get that Michael was the person they saw first, but it sorta seemed like some of that should have been saved for Olivia, the whole, like, hooker
Yeah,
thing, you know?
yeah. Um, and again, it was like, was that all like we need to have Chase acting, like back in the Willow thing. Like it felt like was
Mhm.
that all to go get to that plot point
Yeah,
to have them
right,
have to
right.
interact with Willow again,
Yeah. And
which again I
also
didn't see coming, so I did kind of like that. I was like,
I
oh,
didn't I know, I was racking my brain, like, who do
me
they
too. I was
know?
like, who are they talking about? Yeah,
But I'm not sure that, calling in a favor, like sending in the big guns, that doesn't seem like that should really be how this all works. And maybe it is, I don't know, but I would think of that as like a mark against a couple that they
right. Like, oh, the rich quartermaids think they can
yeah,
just
you
buy
know.
this baby,
Mhm.
and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
They should have just
I
given her a stack of bills.
yeah, I feel like the indication we got was that they passed with flying colors because of how they handled Wiley's
Yeah, yeah.
hooker line,
Mhm.
because they
Yeah.
were so careful and
Mhm.
understanding, and I thought
Mhm.
they did that whole thing right, everything
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
mhm. This
I don't
is
know why
how
they had
you
to leave the hallway and
handle
go
right.
into the other room.
Well, yeah, it was
And,
supposed to be originally just Brook Lynn talking to
yeah, and
him.
they all went in there.
Yeah.
And what's weird? Like, it's not weird. I mean, it's probably a good thing. I'm sounding like one of those people like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Um, but when they talk to Wiley, they both get down to his level. They both get down on their knees, like get right, you know, kind of in his
Mm,
face.
mhm. I like that. I
Do you
like that.
like that?
Yeah, rather than looking down, upon
All
a
the
little
adults in my life just look down on me and sort of bark things, and like I felt like that was how it was supposed to be, you know. Like they were some other world, like, and
Mhm.
so you'd hear stuff coming from up high and be like, yeah, whatever, you just kind of,
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe it
know.
depends on the situation, but it seems like they're a lot less threatening if they're bringing themselves down to his level.
Or is it more threatening because they're in his face?
Oh, man. Whatever happened to you was the wrong thing because look at you.
I just thought, was this in the, like, some new parenting book that when you speak to a child, you gotta get down on your knees all the time?
Probably. Probably it is.
Yeah. Um, I mean, it's all just sort of symbolism. It's kind of like, if you're doing a power move on somebody, you sit behind the big desk and, make
Mhm.
them sit in small, like, kiddie chairs down low or something.
Yeah, sure, sure. Mhm.
Um, I like it. Uh, anyway, I think they'll get the baby, of course.
Yeah, yeah, they'll
Mhm.
have to, won't they? Otherwise,
Yeah.
what will they do?
And then we'll have danger of some kind.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
But anyway, I'm just like, that's not a storyline I'm feeling right now. But
No,
whatever.
me
There's so
neither.
many storylines. Like we did not want the Geo storyline, and
Right, that's
and then we
true.
and then we got on board with it.
Yeah, that's true. I when Michael said Willow, I was like, "Oh, fuck." Yeah, 'cause I don't want Willow and the whole Chase thing again. Like, he sort of lit up, and it's like, "Oh,
He
no."
did. I liked that. I was like, okay, good. We're gonna because I was like, well, has he just sort of gotten over his obsession with her? And he hasn't.
No.
So I want him to have to confront this whole thing.
Mm. Yeah,
I
yeah.
want him to see what Willow really is, and then be
Mhm.
like, oh, I was so wrong.
Yeah, yeah, I know, we still are waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't
Uh,
know, bring her to justice or something. I'm not sure, or at
right,
least
right.
apologize to everyone.
Mhm. Yeah, something. We need something there.
But
Oh.
anyway, so I'm not wild about that storyline, but we'll see what happens because I am fickle and changeable, and yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Okay, so then we had Sunny at his heavily guarded house, which, by the way, we
Oh,
haven't mentioned
right,
this in a
right.
while, but it still cracks me up that he's got like all the old Valentine decor in the house. Like he really just kind of moved in and didn't didn't think to change
Didn't
any.
do much. Yeah, the
No.
bells. Were the bells there when Valentine was
Yeah,
there?
they were. Yeah, and
Yeah.
when you think like somebody with as strong a personality as Sonny, who probably has no love for Valentine, would have erased any sign of him.
Yeah, yeah. They just had a set and they wanted to use it.
Yeah.
I also like I can't fathom having hooks in a house and not using them.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
you would never be able to dedicate like 4 or 5 hooks to bells. There would be like
No, no.
shirts and, you know,
Mhm. Yep,
nightgowns and
yep.
bags and whatever hanging
Mhm.
off
Mhm.
with the bells still there probably.
Right, right, yep.
That'd be funny if we just saw some of Sonny's shirts hanging off
Spread
there.
slowly, slowly, like
Yeah,
undershirts and
yeah.
yeah. Mhm. Maybe a gun.
Right, yeah, but maybe, like, Jason's rifle that he didn't
Mhm.
use.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, dear. So,
I
yeah.
do like that there's, like, a picture, like, I don't know if it's a painting or a wood carving or something of kinda like birds
Mhm.
in the middle of that room that I kinda
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
They should
Um,
have stuff like you know how they have the worn on TV where you can figure out where to get
yeah,
the clothes? They should have, like, some of the set stuff too.
the bells, yeah.
Maybe the bells, the big cowbells,
You could probably get those at, like, a Tractor Supply.
maybe, yeah,
Anyway, so, we had Gio having a conversation with Sunny, which led to Gio visiting Dante.
yeah, and having a little bit of a softer moment,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
so
Um,
Dante's kinda calmed down, I guess you'd say?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like somehow I'm not sure what happened, but it seems like Dante's kind of been humbled again somehow.
Yeah, yeah, or
Um,
just time passed or something, and
yeah, yeah.
but, yeah, I don't know where those other feelings went, but,
Right, right, they seem to be gone though, don't they?
yeah, and I'm
Mm.
glad.
Me
Um,
too, yeah.
he's
Uh,
still wearing the big fat '70s looking ties.
yeah, yeah, he looked kind of funny next to Gio with his
Yeah? Like,
suit and
funny,
every
haha, or
well, I don't know, like his suit and everything, and Gio's just all casual. I don't know, there was something about it that struck me as funny.
hmm, alright. I didn't do any LOLing over it, but, it was a nice enough little scene, the coffee, like,
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
little bit funny, like, they were gonna carry
Mhm.
Sonny's coffee there, that would be funny.
That would be funny,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let's see, and before that,
Well, we never said anything about Justine and Sonny,
right,
that was
right. Yeah, well,
yeah.
Dante met with her first, right? And Dante told her that Sidwell thought
Yeah,
Sonny was the one who
the
was
suspect, yeah.
yeah, and, yeah, then we had that little visit between Justine
The
and Sonny.
Biz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
How would you critique that scene? What do you have to say about it?
I didn't need it. I didn't need the scene. I don't feel any sort of heat between those 2, um, nor do I want to.
Yeah,
I you can tell, like, that Sonny really loves animals, I think, but maybe I'm just, like, sort of applying what we know about him in his real life,
yeah,
to this scene here. Um I don't know if I want somebody just feeding my dog treats that I haven't, vetted.
especially now it's just, like, loose bacon from your purse, you know? Like, it probably well, as again, my TV is so bad, it probably wasn't bacon, they were probably dog treats, but it didn't come in anything. She
Right,
just reached
right.
in her bag and found
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Just
like, I
loose.
know you don't carry a purse because they don't sell them in the men's department of Target, the little boys department of Target, but I can tell you that most women's purses, like, if you've got anything uncovered or
Mhm.
unwrapped, and it's kicking around in your purse, it's not sanitary.
No, it's collecting all kinds of dust and everything probably that
Yeah.
will wind up in the bottom of your purse,
My
yeah.
mom famously always, like, had a lipstick that the cover would have come off of,
Uh-huh,
and it just had
uh-huh,
gathered every
uh-huh.
little bit of whatever, and she would just kinda scrape
Yeah.
her off. Um,
Another beauty tip for everybody. Free free
yeah.
beauty advice here. Yeah.
Um, Yeah, and I agree because I had dogs that had stomach issues, so
Yeah.
I was very aware of that, and so I whenever I ran into dogs or had a treat or whatever, I would always ask permission and tell
Mhm.
them what it was, because you don't know what,
Yeah. Yeah.
dogs have all kinds of stuff going on, and
Mhm. Yeah.
so yeah, I'm against that. Um,
Mhm.
and I agree. I feel nothing between those two. I feel like Sonny acts idiotic and sophomoric,
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
and like he's trying his old moves from 1972 or something, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, go look in
Right.
the mirror. Those days are
Right.
gone.
Yeah, right. I mean, if he's gonna sort of pursue her or whatever this is, yeah, I would like him to maybe evolve a bit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, not, and I don't. I shouldn't say it like that. Look in the mirror because he's still a good-looking man, but
Mhm.
you don't flirt in the same way that you would have. I don't
No.
know. I guess I don't know how old people are supposed to flirt. I could go hang out at the villages and see what goes on there.
Be careful. I had an 80-year-old man stick his tongue in my mouth once.
What?
Yeah, I
That's
can't.
gonna need a little backstory.
His name was Freddie.
And what in tarnation were the circumstances for this?
It was just his way of saying hi, but it was not anything that I had, laid the groundwork for.
Were you in some backroom bar scenario or something? Why were you with
No,
this
this
80-year-old man?
this was when I was working for a landscaping company, which I believe was this front for some sort of low-level mob activity.
Ah, okay. So this is back, you're in your like 20s or teens or
Yeah,
something?
20s, yep,
And you're a
and
hot little ticket.
I was working out a lot.
I wish you'd go on Facebook, our page, and post something of a shot of yourself from these
I
days
don't think I have any pictures really of
when
of
you were
my when I
working
was.
for the mob.
Yeah, so he was friends with Carmine, the guy who owned the landscaping company. Yeah. Yeah, one day I feel like I've told you this story, but one day a guy pulled up, and he was wearing, like, a full-length leather coat, and Carmine and, like, one of the bookkeepers saw through the window, there's like, "Oh my god, there's Lincoln." Carmine disappears into his office, and they're like, "Shelby" oh, Keisha, "Don't tell them that Carmine's here." And they like I was, like, just, like, hired, I think, because I looked like a wasp who would never lie, and I'm a
Yeah,
terrible
yeah.
liar. So Lincoln walks in with his leather coat, and I was like, "Yeah, Carmine's not here." And he could tell. I was like I practically looked at the door that Carmine was hiding behind. But, anyway, yeah,
Mm,
he was being investigated for, like, a suspicious fire at his nightclub.
yeah, okay.
So, anyway, yeah, so his
Anyway,
friend
and so
Freddie.
you were
Yeah,
assaulted by an 80-year-old man. Well,
yeah.
see, like now, I am almost 80, so it wouldn't be. But
So you
but
wouldn't
anyway, don't you
mind.
think you're yeah, it'd be
Was he
fine.
handsome at
But
least?
but I just feel like Sonny using the same moves that he used when he was in his 20s is like,
Yeah.
it's a little bit embarrassing feeling.
It is, and it's not like this is somebody who's the same age as him. He's not treating her really with any sort of respect. It's like he knows she's younger than him, and he's kind of taking advantage of, like, I don't know, the
I
different.
don't know. Yeah, when he should just be filled with gratitude that she's even talking to him, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, uh-huh. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel the chemistry just is, I don't know. For me, I'm not feeling it with those 2.
No,
Um,
no. I'm not sure what they could do to change that
I
really.
I don't either, but it's a storyline that doesn't, um,
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's gonna have to be a plot point, and that's why they need them to be
Right, right, yeah.
have an entanglement of some kind, but,
Yeah. I mean, it does seem like she's kinda willing to tip her hand, as to what's going on, like, with all these, like, things like, Cullum and Jason, like, she's kinda
yeah,
letting him in
yeah.
on some stuff maybe, and maybe expecting Sonny to do the same back, so I don't know. She's still maybe just sorta using this connection, although she seems to. enjoy him, I guess. I don't
I
know.
know, but I don't know. They need to go like talk to Valentine and Carly for like here's how you walk by somebody and make them
Yeah,
just like
yeah, create spark.
shudder, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Um
So anyway, yeah, that's that.
that's that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we also had Lulu and Rocco had a long sort of conversation or whatever. Uh, and I don't know. I think she's trying her best to be there for him, to support him. She's got to know that with Rocco being Rocco, that he's not going to be
He's
able to
not cut
to
out for this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And there was one point, this is more bad writing, I think, where they're having a conversation and then he just sort of jumps up and he's like, what happened to
Oh
Jason?"
yeah. Yeah, what was that? I was like, was there a bug? Yeah, I didn't even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was odd. That was an odd
Uh-huh.
moment. I'd forgotten about it, but yeah.
Yeah. Cause I watched that episode twice and like the second time I wanted to watch and see if I'd missed a couple of lines or something, but no,
Yeah.
it was
No.
just like, they
Yeah,
didn't.
so she is doing her best with him and then she goes to the hospital and becomes just insufferable again.
Yeah, yeah, and also when she said, why what the excuse she'd give for going to the hospital, like she was covering a story, and she's like, "Which I might do at some point." It's like, yeah, that's how a newspaper operates.
Yeah, you wait a month to follow up on the immediate shootings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. She's not good at the reporter thing.
The reporter, like that's like my least favorite version of Lulu is when she's
Yeah,
trying to be the reporter gal,
yeah,
intrepid reporter gal.
right, right,
Um,
yeah,
it's
uh-huh,
not her fault. I don't know how she should act doing that, but it's
right.
really annoying.
It is very, very annoying. Yeah. So yeah, she has her little run in with Britt.
Yeah, and Britt's like, "No permission. Get out. Get out. Get
Yeah.
out."
Yeah, yep. I did kind of like that Joss came around a bit on, asking Britt to be the one to kill um
You
Cullum.
like that she asked or that she said she would do it?
She said she would do it, although of course she came
Yeah.
around and was like, "Yeah, yeah, you can do it." Just being polite, but yeah, you go ahead and do it, Britt. Um, but yeah, Joss seemed like she sort of had calmed down and was looking at Britt sort of a little more like on equal footing, I thought.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell how irritated you were being with Joss during this, but I find her no nonsense approach really refreshing.
I know you do. I know. I think I think I do sometimes, but I want it to sort of change depending on who she's with, and be a little more gentle maybe with some people. And
Why
she was
why does she have to be gentle?
well, I mean, Brit had
Well,
shut up.
you're not gentle.
I mean, she doesn't know everything that Britt's been through, but it just felt like, she came at her so hard when Britt was still reeling from losing her meds, losing Jason, losing all this
Yeah,
stuff.
but stuff to do, people to kill. Get her done, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is how like um every point she made it was like accurate, accurate, accurate,
About why Britt should kill him or want him dead.
yeah, like why they needed to take care of this guy and it was just like for once it's just refreshing to see an effective agent, you know.
And do you think that it should be okay if they kill Cullum?
Well, no,
Okay.
not really. You're not supposed to take the law into your own hands.
I like
Um,
Joss's like how she paraphrased what the code was basically for an agent, like for the greater good, you're allowed to kill
yeah, like I don't know if there is a handbook and that's sort of illegal, then yes.
people.
Um,
Greater good seems like it's open to interpretation. Yeah.
yeah. I think that yeah, I think that was putting Britt into a position that's unfair as a
Yeah.
private citizen. I felt like
Mhm.
she should, like she Josh should like
Mhm.
essentially potentially have some legal protection, right? If
Right,
she,
right. Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
but I don't know. They couldn't get her done. And what it wasn't
Yeah.
he supposed to be in an ICU,
I would have thought so,
which
yeah.
are not. You can't just wander in and out of ICUs, right?
No, he shouldn't be able to, no. He
Like
should
you,
be
okay, like I can get that they didn't have like a guard or anything, but
yeah.
ICUs generally it's not like oh anybody just wanders in and out with flowers
Right,
and candy
right.
and
Wouldn't they have their own sort of, like, hallway and entrance into that area?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Generally, that's like a whole
Mhm.
separate, pretty
Yeah.
locked down kind of a place that you don't
Mhm.
just get to
Yeah.
go into. They're
Yeah.
very sick people, and
Mhm. Yeah,
um,
germs and whatnot. Mhm.
yeah, and people with syringes full of whatever.
Yeah, yeah, mhm.
Ooh, I
Mm.
just remember what happened on the pit. Did you already watch this last one?
I think so. Yeah, I did, I think, yeah. I'm always confused about where I am in that show, but yes, yes, I did.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm bummed. I just read that Starfleet Academy. I think they've already filmed the second season, but I think it's already been cut.
I'm sorry.
I know. Me too. I had some
I
great
heard
characters.
I heard Firefly might be coming back. That would make you
Oh,
happy.
that was fun. Yeah, that was a fun little show.
And I also heard I think Seth MacFarlane has written, like, all the episodes for another season of the Orville, but they don't know if they're
Oh, that would be fantastic. Why can't they
Mhm.
let him have it?
I don't know. They should, but yeah, anyway,
Anyway, okay.
that's for all
Lots to look forward to in my rich life.
your sci-fi nerd life, yeah.
All nerding out. Yep.
Mhm.
Um, what
Uh,
did you watch any of the Orville?
no, but I like Seth MacFarlane.
I know, that's why I thought you might have, like,
Yeah, I
actually
know,
brought
I think I
yourself to
intended to, but I didn't
it was
yeah.
very humorous. I
Okay,
don't
so
think you'd
yeah,
have to be a Trekkie to still, like,
okay,
enjoy it.
yeah, yeah, I should give that a try.
Anyway, okay.
Anyway.
Where were we? So I don't know. Killing Cullum, is it right? No.
Mhm.
Um, but it won't happen anyway. He's
No,
coming
well
around. They're gonna,
right, right. So Lucas has no idea what Joss knows about Cullum, nor does he have any idea what Britt knows about Cullum. And I wonder, like, what's the conversation between Lucas and Britt going to look like when they're finally sort of together for a moment?
right, and because he just sashayed into Cullum's room and didn't seem to have any. I was like, wouldn't he suspect him a little bit, maybe, of being involved in Marco's
Yeah.
death? I guess not.
I don't know why he wouldn't be thinking of like, because who does he think is the
Right, because
suspect?
initially he was thinking Sidwell had something to do with it,
Mhm. Right.
and but then it seems like we saw him change his mind in real time, kind of about
Yeah.
that. So he must be like, who else would have done this?
Yeah, and he was
Um,
talking about wanting justice, to Joss.
yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe
and she
it's
should have
just
said like, if you just step out for 5 minutes, you'd get some justice.
or if you wanna do it yourself, here's
If
a
you people would
syringe.
just give me a chance, but
Um, but yeah, I don't maybe he's gonna think about Sonny again.
that would be bad, huh?
That would be bad, yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm kinda hoping somehow Britt, like, I don't know, in her way of defending, like, or making him feel, because he's gonna blame her on some level because this was all about getting her meds for her.
Yeah. You think
Um,
she should tell him that
I don't know, I don't know. I really don't.
I don't know. But you're right that everybody's got all this information. They're all running around sort of in
Yeah,
separate
yeah,
circles and not
mhm,
sharing with each other.
yeah, and is maybe she coulda asked Joss to help her get the meds for her.
Hmm.
Joss enjoys a challenge.
She does.
He
Yeah.
would love that. And she's gotta do it before, like, Cullum comes home Maybe there'll be a funeral for Marco, and that's when Pascal and Sidwell would be out of the house.
Maybe Joss could like volunteer as the ditzy college girl to help like stop by to visit Cullum during
Yeah, like a
recovery.
candy striper kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought that might be what she would say if he woke up and was like, "What are you doing here?"
yeah. Like community service
I thought
because
I
I
could read to
yeah.
you from the book where
Yeah,
they're
from the
on the
book. Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah.
cover.
Maybe we
Uh,
could play chess or something.
yeah, yeah.
Um, all right, what else did we have? Move us forward here.
Alright, let's
Have
see.
we gotten to today yet or
Almost, almost. We had, Charlotte telling Rocco about Danny saying goodbye to Jason and Rocco, like,
oh, Rocco almost
like,
losing it. Yeah.
melting. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, then we had let's see, that all continued, Rocco, with Charlotte and Danny when they all got to the
The
bridge.
bridge. Yeah, we haven't been to the bridge in a long time, so it's
No, we
kind of
sure
nice.
haven't. We sure
Yeah.
haven't. And of course, you could still see Rocco feeling tortured. I just don't know what he's going to crack, isn't he? I don't see.
Yeah, he can't sustain this level of
Yeah, and they sort of set up like this, like pact almost that they have the three of them. Always.
yeah, yeah.
So he's going to feel like this is a safe space. I think.
I like it, little Three Musketeer thing going on, and I like the point of that's our parents. We're not our parents, and
Right. Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Charlotte was kind of wise in the with
Charlotte's
the.
got a little bit of the Joss no nonsense thing
She
to her,
does.
she
She
kind of cuts
does.
through the bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which,
yeah,
can be a strength and a curse, I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, so we had that. We had a volatile scene with Jack and Carly. Carly was all over it,
Yeah.
you
They're
know.
so done. They're so
Yeah.
done, but Jack just hasn't
Yeah,
really realized it fully yet.
I know. Almost felt like she was glad to have a reason to be so angry with him because now, like, she has like a built-in reason why she doesn't want him to take.
Right, right. It doesn't have to be because she's moved on with her hot
Yeah, yeah.
attic boarder. But yeah, and then she did that thing again where she's like gave him a chance to talk, to admit that the
Mhm,
Joss stuff, and once again,
mhm.
she said that something about no one should whatever
Yeah.
what the line was, but indicating that it's not she wasn't just talking about Jason.
Mhm,
Like he's
mhm.
got to know that she knows something, but he is pretty numb. So
He is, yeah, yeah.
you think he's number and a hake?
A hake?
Yeah,
Is that like a plant?
I think it's a fish, isn't it?
Oh.
I don't know. That's a Maine saying I picked up.
Oh, it is?
You're a Mainer, number and a hake. You never heard anybody say that?
No, I haven't, yeah. Huh. We
Maybe
ran
it's
in
not.
different crowds though, but
Number then oh, it popped right up.
it did?
Numb as a hake, sometimes pronounced or phrased as number than a hake, is
It is a fish, yeah.
a Maine colloquialism used to describe someone who is very stupid, slow in the uptake, or dazed. Uh,
Ouch.
yeah, and it's a fish, a hake fish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a pretty
yeah, and
fish.
it's from Maine. It's an
Yeah.
old timer kind of saying.
Huh, okay. Alright.
Conversational Maine lingo such as "that kid is numb as a hake," or listen to this one.
Oh, no. Here we
Oh,
go.
like it's "Geez, crow, he's numb on the hake."
Oh, wow. I'm glad you're gonna be reviving that down in Florida now. That's great.
Maybe I think it's just something the old man would say. Probably picked up from his old man or something.
Uh-huh.
Numb on the hake. You run it all together.
Oh, boy.
Alternatives would be like dumb as a rock or dumb as a
Sure,
post or something like
sure,
that.
sure. Uh-huh. Okay.
You can
Well,
use it if you want because you're in Maine, so people will know what you're talking about.
yeah, I could, I guess. Thanks.
When you're at your next meeting on your job, tell your boss, you are numb on the hake.
Oh, thanks for planting that seed.
But the poor hake, I mean, it may be an
Yeah,
intelligent fish,
it
you
could
know?
be. Yeah. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
don't
had they run it against other fish, like, why did the hake get chosen?
know. That's a good question, Gia. That's a real good question.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we done with that?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. Okay. Then we had Molly and Cody.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Okay,
a little
you
over
go
the
ahead.
top, I thought. I mean, it was nice. I like Cody, I like Molly, I like them together, but yeah, I don't know if they have to go so far, like, into the, like Hallmark romance kinda stuff.
Yeah, and it just the lack of realism in any adults. I mean, they're not in their teens,
Right,
right?
right, yeah.
I don't know what I'm assuming they're supposed to be like in their 30s,
Yeah, I'm gonna
maybe
say that 30s, yeah.
late 20s, early 30s, somewhere in there. The
Mhm.
fact that you would think that somebody could just like drop everything and go next Saturday
Mhm.
somewhere
Yeah,
without some
yeah.
prior planning
Mhm.
is idiotic and not realistic.
Yeah, and I think usually when you win a prize, there's a little more time than that to prepare.
I don't know. I've never won a prize, but if it's more to me, it's more like would Cody really be number and a hake and think that
Right.
Molly was
Yeah.
just, so it's just like, yeah, it's just more like romance bullshit kind of thing to
Mhm.
have them
Mhm.
have that conversation, and then we get to hear more about
Mhm.
Andrometi meaty
Andromediness. Yeah. This is an educational podcast.
and I can't say it.
Endometriosis.
Endometriosis, yeah. Um, which so I guess we're gonna learn more about that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it was
Yeah.
interesting that suddenly she's scheduled this surgery when she didn't even wanna talk about it with Doctor Navarro the next last
Yeah.
time she had an appointment. So that was another
Yeah.
sort of leap, and I guess that's fine, that she did sort of off
She
the
well, maybe she Googled it, and
and said, "Oh, yeah, I should have that done."
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know,
But
but
yeah, I kind of felt the same way. It's like I like Cody. I like the way he was leaping around. He's funny. He's cute, and I
Mhm,
do. I like them together. But like,
mhm.
yeah, it just seemed like some of the I don't know. It was just felt like a setup of a romance or something. And
Yeah, yeah, right, and yeah, it wasn't like you said, it wasn't really grounded in reality at all. Like, they both have jobs, and her job
yeah,
obviously can't leave. His also, I mean, he can't just take off, so
not at the drop of a hat like that. It
yeah,
would have had to been
yeah,
planned. When you're in your 30s, when you're going to
yeah,
take a week off,
yeah,
you actually have to
mhm,
plan things.
right, right, yep.
And
So,
everybody knows it. Um,
so that was just, like, a long way around to get him to be taking care of her,
yeah,
while she has
yeah,
her surgery. Yeah, and I always feel, like, weird and sorta sad that, oh, they don't get to go on the trip. Like,
yeah.
can't maybe she could afford to take them both away? Doesn't she make enough? I'm starting to do the math in my head. It's like,
Did you
still
want them
fun.
to go deep sea fishing? Because I felt like you would have been on the same
I know,
side of
I
like,
was
that's
glad
not
she
what
said that she didn't wanna go fishing, but,
yeah.
I thought, that would be nice, that it just seemed like, I don't know, a shame that they couldn't go.
I never
But
went. When we'd go to my grandmother's, and my brother's some friend of my uncle's had a boat and would take him out deep
mhm,
sea fishing, and,
mhm.
I was deemed too young and a girl, so I never got to go.
Yeah, but they could at least just hung, somewhere by themselves.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
still talking about me. I was like, what are you talking about?"
know.
I'm still sad for little me that didn't get
Yeah.
to go out on the boat all day, but they were like, "We don't turn around for anything. We're not bringing any little kids." It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
"Whatever, whatever."
mhm. Yep.
Yeah. So, but I guess we'll get to see them being like it'll
Mhm.
move their relationship along, I guess, having this.
Yeah, yeah, and hopefully, we won't have any more of these sort of manufactured hiccups or
It's
anything.
manufactured. That's the word. Yeah. Good word.
Yeah. Um, because yeah, they are nice together and let's please let them have like, I don't know, a little time before the next tragedy or bad thing, comes along.
Yeah. Also, and maybe I'm like old fashioned or something, but would I want a new boyfriend being the one taking care of me after like a girly parts operation?
I was thinking about that. I was thinking,
But
would you?
maybe we are old, and
Yeah,
that's I don't
that's been
know.
established. Yeah. And if you were her, I don't know, wouldn't you rather stay at your house, like your home turf?
Yeah, and you've got a sister and you've got a mother. Like, I would
Yeah.
just think if there's anything involving, if you have to say the word discharge to your new boyfriend or something like that, like, it just like
Yeah.
ruins a little bit of the mystery, doesn't it?
A little bit. It kind of creates a new mystery,
I
but
guess so. And I have no idea, but I'm, squeamish about stuff. But I'm just thinking, like, I don't know if you got to be like kind of acting still because they're a new
yeah.
couple.
Yeah, right.
You gotta be still putting on your game face and,
Mhm,
I don't know.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
personally, I'd rather be
Mhm.
with my mother if
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. That's
Is that a valid point? Maybe our
yeah,
younger listeners will be like, would feel differently. Maybe we're being just prudish or something, but
maybe. But
maybe.
yeah. Anywho,
Anywho, okay.
um
What else happened?
well, let's see. We had Christina playing her sort of Badinsky role again. She
With
talked
Tracy
Yeah,
and
she talked to
Michael? Yeah, that
Michael
was so
first. Yeah.
stupid. I was so
Yeah.
pointless. I didn't get
It
any of that.
was. I mean, it seemed like he did everything he could to affirm, like, how solid his relationship with Jacinda is, and seemed like Christina was sort of validating that, so I don't know. It does feel
Well,
like she's still got an agenda.
And Tracy was supportive of Michael and
Yeah,
Jacinda,
yeah.
so where was this coming from?
I know, I thought that whole, like, accusing her of not being support I didn't like any of that,
Yeah, I
really.
didn't either, and
Yeah. Tracy was being a pretty good sport about it,
what
I
get
thought.
just give Christina her own frickin'
Yeah,
storyline.
she's supposed to be preoccupied with Charlie's and everything, so let her do that, you know?
Yeah, she could be picking out sconces at Lowe's or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah, yeah. Coming up with a signature cocktail.
Oh, that's fun, yeah, something like that would be way better.
Yeah, thank you. But
Um, so yeah, I was like, "Really? That's what you're" it's kinda like same with Olivia, it's like, why are they ruining this character, you know?
yeah, yeah. I mean, are they trying to show us how empty their lives are?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Um, guess, so she's just getting right all up in everybody else's snouts all the
Mhm.
time.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
Mhm.
So yeah, we already talked about the whole Wiley, Brooklyn, Chase
Yeah.
thing, and now that's going to Willow. And we saw Willow in the coming attractions, so
Yeah, and we haven't been with Willow in a while, so that I was kinda like,
no,
"Yeah, that
we haven't.
storyline's been pushed to the back burner," so,
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah.
get that rolling again.
Yeah. Yeah. I I I don't like that development, but I guess it could be interesting having Chase thrown back together with
Yeah, I
Olivia.
like it. I like it.
Yeah,
Push
I
this
mean,
puppy to the edge. Let's bring it to a head.
yeah, 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 we gotta get the whole dark side of Willow thing exposed pretty soon,
Yeah,
I
there's
think.
gotta be a reveal somewhere along the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. Okay, we had the little conversation with Lucas and Joss after, like, they left after he asked her about why she was in Cullum's room and everything, and she was supportive of Lucas, and I kind of
Yeah. She got him a Gatorade.
yeah, and I was thinking, okay, this is sort of genuine on her part, but it was so hard for me to not think of her like in agent mode and trying to like
Yeah,
sort of set
yeah.
something else up. I don't know. I wanted it to just be 100% genuine concern for Lucas, and also like drawing on her experience with Dex.
Right, yeah. Well, not just Dex, why do we never mention,
Oh, the other guy, Vaughn.
Oscar? Well,
Oh, Oscar.
yeah.
Oscar. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was, like, such a heart-wrenching, part of
Mhm.
her life,
It
and,
was, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
anyway. You know what stayed with me out of that scene?
What? The Gatorade?
Yeah.
The blue Gatorade.
Yeah, but did you see, unless I missed, I didn't he just throw that in a regular garbage can?
Did they have a choice?
No, but he should have taken it with, he should have said something about, "Oh, I wish they had a recycling bin here at the hospital,"
Oh,
and
okay. Yeah, you
taken it
wanna
with him.
drive home the point about, like, not wasting plastic or disposing of it improperly.
Right.
I don't I don't think they've ever taken that stance on General Hospital or any
Well
other show.
well, shouldn't I mean, this is like the modern world.
You know how many
Would
shows.
you have walked over there and thrown out your plastic
No,
Gatorade container? No, you would have taken it
no.
home if you had to.
Yeah, yeah, but, yeah, I think on TV shows, they haven't got that memo yet.
Is it the same thing like where they don't say goodbye on the phones, like it's some stupid reason that
Maybe,
they
maybe.
can't afford to put a separate,
Mhm,
like a something that looks
mhm.
like a recycling bin next to the
Yeah, well, it
uh,
always drove me crazy on, like, Friends and Big Bang Theory, like, when everybody's drinking from some sort of bottled drink, in the apartment, and it's like you've got tap water, you've got
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, I don't know, but that was years ago. I don't know if they made advancements, but I don't think so.
Well, we should at least be addressing it now, or maybe they could talk about microplastics or something and
Yeah, that's true, make it a
take it from
medical
that
issue.
angle. Yeah.
Mhm,
I mean, they're
mhm.
gonna educate us about endometriosis.
Ooh,
Can we get
nice.
a recycling bin in the hospital?
Is that too much to ask? No, you're right, Gia. They could be trailblazers and address things like that.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to pay attention on the pit to see if they do any recycling because they're
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
and I'm trying to think about hospitals I've been in and whether or not they had any recycling. I don't remember actually, oddly enough. But
Well,
anyway, I don't throw stuff in I don't if I always like take stuff home if I'm not given access to it.
yeah, yeah, same.
Mm.
Mm,
Anyway, okay, so sorry that distracted me a little bit.
yes, that's okay, Gia, that's alright. That's alright. We've already, I think, blown this episode.
Luckily, we have such sympathetic listeners.
I think we lost him in the
Yeah,
first 10 minutes, so.
probably, yeah. What else? Did we have anything else? The kids on the bridge we talked about, Lucas.
Yeah, we
Uh,
covered pretty much everything. Even like we got back around to like Chase and Brooklyn talking about like whether or not the hooker thing, was a problem. And then Michael
yeah.
came in and at least I guess Chase was somewhat civil to Michael, this time. He
Yeah,
didn't seem to
right.
have the,
Yeah. The
immediate sort
animosity,
of,
yeah.
yeah. So I don't know if that's progress, but
But yeah, Michael is being very patient with everyone around him right now, I think.
he is. He really is. Maybe that's good. I mean, maybe it will open Chase's mind a teeny bit to the possibility that Michael's not guilty.
Oh, and I have to mention, I hope our lovely listener doesn't mind, but the same
Mhm.
lovely listener that went to one of the events recently and
Yeah.
let me share a
Uh-huh.
picture, she went
Uh-huh.
to another one, and
Wow.
Rory was there,
Oh.
Michael, and
Right,
she
right.
said they opened it up to questions, and somebody asked him, "What's a hooker?"
That's a good one.
That's quick thinking on somebody's
That
part.
is quick thinking. Yeah, good
But
job.
anyway, she gets to go to these events. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, she's
Mm.
living the life we want.
Living the life, and it
Yeah.
must be so fun to see these people kind of like in their real
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just
Mhm.
personalities and stuff.
Yeah, it's surprising to me, and maybe, there's probably, various reasons why they do these events, but it's surprising to me that they make themselves so available, to their
Well, I
fans.
I think that's kind of, I don't know if it's always been that way, but just sort of
Yeah.
that like
Mhm.
soap opera fans are kind of like the most dedicated fans,
Yeah, which would make them a
you
little
know?
scary, don't you think?
A little bit. We're like
Yeah.
deadheads,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
or
Mhm.
parrot heads or something, like we
Mhm.
we we follow these things, and there are
Mhm.
people, and we stay
Mhm.
with it for years and years, and
Yeah.
because it's different than a show that goes off the air. I mean, we have a lot of
Mm.
shows that are on forever, but
Mhm.
um, it's different than a show that has 7 seasons or something, and
Yeah, and 7 is a lot of seasons these days, and
yeah, you're gonna move on, but these soaps have been with us forever, and
over 60 years, so that is
yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder, it probably must get a little tedious having people like
I would
us.
think so. I mean, I
Yeah.
think they're really good sports for doing these events.
Yeah, like, remember that time we followed Lasha around her store in Maine? And
Yeah, yeah, she
just
didn't like
sorta
that,
like,
I don't think.
no, because we both just kinda had googly eyes and couldn't think of
Yeah.
anything to say. She was trying to sell some overpriced sheets to somebody or something
Yeah, yeah.
in
Oh,
her
well.
home goods store.
Mhm.
We never did actually speak to her, did we?
No, we never did, no.
We just sort of trailed around like losers.
And she thought to herself, "I'm never gonna do one of those events."
Yeah, she probably was like, "I gotta get rid of this home goods store. These 2 look like they might live here too. These 2 are number and a
Number
couple
of
hate."
days. You're not wrong,
Well,
Lasha.
no, but we were in awe of you. Anyway, I guess we covered everything, so
More or less,
more maybe
yeah,
less, but we
less.
covered some ground. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, I mean, they were kinda dull days, but they can't keep up that pace for
Right, right, yeah.
2,
Mhm.
you would've, like, had to medicate yourself or something. You were
You're
going
right,
away.
you're right. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a lot for me to
Yep.
handle.
So, well, it was
I
extra
I had to start watching, like, reruns of Brooklyn Nine-Nine just to help
just
me
to
sort of.
bring it back, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Um,
Okay, well, we appreciate you all listening to our babbling, our inane babbling,
yeah, super, super inane babbling.
and, yeah, no promises it will be any better next time, so thanks
No,
ahead.
I think in fact we had
Okay.
promised we would be better this time.
Yeah, we always make some false promises.
Yeah,
It's
we're
our
sorry.
brand. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Okay, well,
Alright.
everybody have a good evening, and yourself included.
Thanks, Gia, you too.
Alright, we'll talk to you in a few days.
Okay, alright, bye everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye. You say bye, Rocky.